The iPhone 17 Air is shaping up to be one of Apple's most talked about devices, and not necessarily for the right reasons. Leaks have started pouring in about Apple's upcoming smartphone that's expected to replace the iPhone Plus model. And from what we've seen so far, it looks like we're heading back to the iPhone X era, when slimness was everything and battery life was just an afterthought. Now let's dive into the details. According to a reliable source within Apple's supply chain, the iPhone 17 Air will have a ridiculously small 2,800 mAh battery. Yes, you heard that right. 2,800 mAh in a 2025 flagship smartphone. That's even smaller than the 3,900 mAh battery inside the Samsung Galaxy S25 Edge, which was already being criticized for its underwhelming battery capacity. Apparently, both Apple and Samsung have decided that ultra-thin design is more important than giving users longer battery life. And if you've been following the tech space, you know that this is the exact opposite of what most users want. Year after year, surveys and feedback highlight battery life as one of the top priorities for smartphone buyers. But instead of listening, it seems Apple is doubling down on design over function. In fact, the iPhone 17 Air is reportedly just 5.5 millimeters thick, making it the slimmest iPhone ever. And for comparison, the Galaxy S25 Edge, which is already slim at 5.8 millimeter, still loses to Apple in this department. The iPhone 17 Air also weighs just 145 grams, making it incredibly light by today's standards. But here's where things get a little ironic. While Apple might be pushing this ultra-slim and lightweight phone as the next big thing, that small 2,800 mAh battery could be a major issue for users who rely on their phones all day. Apple is reportedly considering a denser battery to help manage the power drain, but honestly, that feels more like wishful thinking at this point. What's far more likely is that Apple is planning to sell more battery cases as a way to compensate for the short battery life. And here's the kicker. Using one of these battery cases will completely defeat the purpose of the iPhone 17 Air's ultra-slim design. It's just like what Apple did when they removed the headphone jack and sold USB-C dongles separately. You lose a key feature, and then you have to pay extra just to get that functionality back. Only this time, the feature they're selling, a battery case, adds bulk to a phone whose main selling point is being ultra-thin. Talk about irony. There's also chatter that Apple might use its new Apple Intelligence AI platform to help manage battery life by optimizing app usage based on user habits. In theory, this sounds like a smart idea. Apple is reportedly training its AI using data from thousands of users to create a model that predicts and prioritizes battery use across apps. But in practice, don't hold your breath. Based on the current performance of Apple Intelligence, it's still far from being the miracle solution Apple wants it to be. Even if it manages to squeeze out a little extra screen time here and there, it's unlikely to fix the core problem. A battery that's too small for the demands of modern apps, multitasking, and high refresh rate displays. Interestingly, the Galaxy S25 Edge is also facing its own wave of skepticism. Many users have questioned why Samsung even released such a device with a small battery and not many standout features. And from what we're hearing so far about the iPhone 17 Air, it's possible Apple might end up in the same boat, a sleek phone that looks good on paper but struggles in real-world usage. And let's be honest, when you're shelling out over $1,000 for a premium flagship, you expect more than just a pretty frame and a slim profile. You expect performance, longevity, and reliability. If Apple can't deliver on battery life in a meaningful way, then it doesn't matter how thin or light the phone is. To wrap things up, here's the current picture. The iPhone 17 Air is expected to be incredibly thin at just 5.5 millimeters, impressively, light at 145 grams, and severely underpowered in terms of battery life with its 2,800 mAh cell. Unless Apple pulls off some serious engineering magic, or their AI turns out to be way better than expected, this device might end up frustrating more users than it impresses. Let us know what you think in the comments. Is battery life still a top priority for you? Or would you trade a few extra hours of screen time for a thinner and lighter iPhone? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more Apple news and leaks. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.